So here's what you would call piles for a controlled burn. I had footage of this when there was still snow on the ground, but I somehow deleted it. You can see piles, quite a few. And of course, don't get these mixed up with structures that are potentially of Sasquatch origin. Interestingly enough, there are some leans right there. You can see, obviously, pretty much all of the material in this pile is cut. I thought they were going to maybe burn this winter. There was a controlled fire, up here in the winter in Payson Canyon, where I'm kind of at. But apparently these are still yet to be burned in the future, I guess, if they are going to burn them, I don't know. But for about a half mile, just got stacks like this everywhere along this canal. Anyway, they're just everywhere. A lot of work. This is kind of opposite the road of a kind of a scout camp, so maybe they could have used some of the help of the scouts, perhaps. But I would think it might have been in conjunction with Forest Service or someone who had a chainsaw. Okay, that's about all I'll film of that before you start crossing your eyes with boredom. Just had to film these one last time. There's even more over here, you can see clearly. And up here on the bank again. Not structures, not Sasquatch structures, but merely simply piles of debris that's been sawed off. So I'm trying to see if those are more of the same piles. The other side of the road off where the scout camp is, off over here. Can't quite see with the natural eye. Anyway, I think they're piles. I don't know what else they'd be. Quite a lot of them. Yeah, that pine forest over there. And mountains. Okay, so I'm almost to the destination. This is kind of an obscure spot between Payson Canyon and Loafer Canyon. There should be a meadow kind of flanking this pine forest or slopes on this mountain. This is Payson Canyon down there. Sorry, I'm always pointing, but I want to make sure you know what I'm pointing to or what I'm indicating. Then up and over this way would be Loafer Canyon, and we have kind of this in-between area. So not much else to add. We'll see if there's any sign at all and what we can find. Well, I'm further up, the obscure place between Payson Canyon and Loafer Canyon, and I'm wondering if they're thinking about developing this area. I've seen several spots like this that are just completely torn up, thorough enough that it looks like it's heavy equipment or something that's done the work. Like they're trying to widen things out and get rid of brush, that type of thing. But anyway, here's the meadow. It's on the map. I've never been here before. Had some, what I think were crows and a loud gobbling turkey. I'm assuming that's what it was. Kind of greeted me also. But up here, most interesting thing as far as Sasquatch, the first thing that greets me and I cannot ignore, it's very prominent right there on the ridge. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, right there. You have at least 4 large dead pine trees that are prominently displayed right there. It just stands right out, and there's no way that humans did that, and it doesn't look natural to me either. I guess you can determine whether you think it's natural or not, but personally it looks pretty impressive, even though it's a little bit in the distance. It looks bigger in person. I may have to see if I can go up there. Oh, there's something over there. I think it's a deer. I hope. Let's see. Or if it's something else, hopefully it's benevolent. Yeah, it's a deer. Can't see it very well, but anyway, deer up there, black-tailed deer, female, doe, at least one of them. Yeah, that definitely just looks like classic Sasquatch to me, prominently displayed up there on the hill for all to see, and for maybe many to not even notice, who aren't looking for it. But those who are, such as other Sasquatch, probably it's very prominently displayed. That's kind of the beauty of it. It's both, either totally ignored or very prominently displayed. Trying to get it on a film, I don't know how well it's turning out, but let me zoom way in. Let's see if I can even make it up there. It's really thick. I hope they don't develop it up here. It looks like they may be, though. Here's another spot that's all torn up. And it looks like there's a water source right here. When they have these, it's water. But right now there are no houses up here at all. Just some really roughed up spots where I guess they could build. Well, as we discussed, or as I mentioned right up here, no human's going to go up there and be capable of making that. So that's, according to me, that's high probability. It has to either be Sasquatch or somehow nature managed to do that up there. Then, what do you know, right down here, I've kind of up further. Can't see this until you're right upon it. You have a structure. Is this one humans? I don't know. The one up on the hill, I would say, can't be. Looks like this one they've employed some metal stakes from maybe a fence or something. Is this a hunting blind? Is it 100% Sasquatch? I don't think humans can move this, really. Not easily, at least. Not normally. And then you have all these random pieces of wood over here, but let's get back to the structure right here. I don't know, that would make a good hunting blind. I just don't know the origin of it. I'll let you look at it and make your own determination as usual. That's pretty massive right here. That angular, going up the angle there. It's pretty elaborate. If someone is just a hunter and they're setting up there, I don't know. Say I don't know 100 times. I don't know. I would think at one time it could have been something in Sasquatch, but perhaps it's been manipulated and adjusted by humans, or maybe it's using material that Sasquatch gathered there at one point. There's no way to know. Or maybe it's made to look like work for humans, or maybe it is even Sasquatch providing something for humans, like a, I don't know why they want to provide them with a hunting blind. It does definitely use, you can see right here, also right over here, and down the other side as well. So I think that might be human, because look how it's tied together with. So I don't know, it might be the work of humans. It's still interesting to me, especially since you have that like that up on the hill, which I don't think it's humans. There's obviously deer here. We just saw one right over there, but so this wouldn't be a bad place to wait right here, and for something to come out into the field. You can put some grain. So that's probably what's going on. Still looks interesting. There are leans back there and random pieces of wood. Anyway, let's see if I can get up to that other kind of teepee lane thing up there. It's straight up the hill. Well, we have what looks like another hunting blind over here. Maybe, I guess. So it kind of, it's all blocked off on this side. I don't know why you do that. Over here you got all this. And there's another layer over further here. It looks like it's more fallen down. Okay, on this side. I don't know, they got this X right up here. I don't think that's humans doing that though. You can see clearly right there and there. So, I don't know, unusual mixture. I would think humans are only here in the fall or whenever there's hunting season, and the rest of the year, at least they aren't hunting here. I don't know, I guess anybody could camp anytime they want. Unless they're poachers or something like that. But I don't know, back in here you have some interesting stuff though. Some other timber works right here. Right here, four-sided. I don't know, that's kind of larger timber work. It almost seems like something a Sasquatch would do for making something stumble, more than providing that high quality of a blind for hunting, at least. Let's see from there. And over here we got this pile. What is that for? I guess you could hide behind it, kind of. A rock on one side. Watching my back here. We got these other rocks and things up here. Tree lanes and things on the rocks. Sticks. Anyway, here's the more primitive blind again. And you can just see how thick the little pines are everywhere up that hill. So we'll come across a little snail pile. I This looks like something people think Sasquatch, some people think Sasquatch would do around here. Let's see, all around here. They aren't very large, so I don't know, maybe just a wet spot right here and they liked it here and they all died here, but there's quite a few of them. Larger ones right over here. Pick them up here. So anyway, just another thing to observe, keep in mind, and weigh. I'm not saying it's a definitive sign of a primate, but those have been found around quite a few structures and things before in this area. Heard something in the distance. Can't quite tell what it is. And we got a shelf all along here. All sorts of debris. You could make this a Sasquatch camp watching the humans below. Anyway. Keep going up this way. It's straight up the mountain. Do a 360. Down there's Payson Canyon. Up that way would be Loafer Canyon. You can see deer trails that go right up the mountain. Maybe you can't on the film, but it's right up here. There's that way. And then there's another branch that goes right up that way. That rock.